Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your May 29th, 2022 week ahead reading. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for a more well-rounded perspective. And if you're interested in my offerings, feel free to check out the description box below for the links to my website and Patreon page. We're doing a little bit something different, and with this reading, we're actually including a rune along with the two cards that I have already pulled. And this particular rune for the week, we have dog or dagaz, depending on which one you want to go with. At any rate, this has to do with cycles, transition periods, what is considered from the beginning to the end. The most recent cycle that would be out of the ordinary would be the eclipse that we experience. They usually come in a season or they come in a cycle. And so I feel like this is kind of tapping into that a little bit. The most recent eclipse cycle that we have started, and I feel for some it might be perceived as it won't be finished actually until the fall, whenever we have eclipse again in the fall. But depending on how you view on it, whether you consider just from the solar to the lunar to be one cycle, or if you consider it not to be done until the one that happens in the fall, when the time frame or the sign that the moon is in matches, or is the flip side of, which would be the eclipses that's supposed to be happening in the fall. So for some of you, it's just you're seeing the ripple effect of the recent eclipse. For some of you, this is to let you know that you have to, you're in a season right now. You're in a season of events. And it's not going to come to the end of these events, or the culmination or the climax is not going to happen until you get to the other side of the lunar. But again, it has to do with season. It has to do with timing and the transitions that happen. And it's not just one season, it's the seasons as a whole. So, you know, in a lot of places, there are 4 seasons in a year. And so it's not until you have come back around to the beginning of the next cycle that it is considered a full cycle, if that makes sense. But this is what this is coming in through as in this particular reading. You're in the middle of something, and whether it is towards the end of the cycle or it's just the ripple effect of the last season, this does feel very strongly that has to do with the lunar and solar eclipse, or the eclipse season that we just recently experienced. And for a good many of you, this is just to let you know that the ending of that isn't until, like, that's not, this eclipse season's not really finalized until you have the next round of eclipses, which is in October and November. But you're going through a seasons or a cycle of events, and the ripple effect is going to come through this particular week. There's some things that are going to kind of come through that's going to have you, you know, feeling the vibrations or the ripple effect of this particular energy. And this is just addressing this. So we have the Tower card here. And again, things are just kind of coming together as far as blasting away the facade, blasting away what may be weak foundation. I feel like this isn't necessarily representing what is happening this week as much as you are going to be feeling the impact of what may have already occurred. There may have been something that has been struck down, or something that had been impacted during the actual eclipse season that we experienced in the recent new and full moon in the beginning of middle and May. So there were things that happened, and you're experiencing the ripple effect of that. You're experiencing the fallout from that. You're experiencing the rubble or the cleanup from that this particular week. And this is just letting you know that this is just from that. This is from that time period. This is from those events. This is just basically like I said, the ripple effect, things coming together. Just more things that need to be addressed as you move through this particular season, through this particular cycle in your life. The Queen of Swords, I feel like this is just connecting with you as a person, connecting with you and what you're capable of. Even though all of these events are occurring, even those things may feel like they're crumbling around you, don't forget your strengths. Don't forget your intelligence. Don't forget your ability to work through things from both a rational as well as an intuitive perspective. Tap into that. Tap into that part of who you are. Tap into those resources that are deep within you. Connect with that. Don't forget that you have everything that you have always needed deep within you. It's just a matter of sitting down, turning inside, and tapping into that and bringing that to the forefront, letting that to rise to the surface and to influence your decision makings as you move through and make the decisions and make the choices and follow through with the actions that you feel is necessary as you continue to move through this. The Queen of Swords, I feel, is letting you know, not only is this the energy, the archetype you're supposed to be tapping into this particular week, but this is something that you're going to have to continue to tap into. There's going to be a ripple effect every once in a while that's going to kind of rumble into your life in the going weeks, and you just need to continue to sit on that throne, connect with that part of yourself that is intellectual and intuitive, and when you marry those two, it allows you to be very wise with your decision making. And this is something you're going to have to call upon, not only this particular week, but this is something that you should be getting in close connection with, because you're going to need this aspect of yourself again and again as you move throughout the summer, because this is a cycle. This is a cycle that you are experiencing. It's a phase. It could be applicable, but I feel cycle is definitely more applicable than phase. But this is definitely a cycle that you're going through, you're transitioning through, and it's going to have some up and downs, just like any cycle. But you have within you everything that you need to be able to make the right choices to come through with this to the other side, feeling strong, feeling confident, feeling secure. All right, Sagittarius, that is all I have for you this week. I hope this has allowed you to feel encouraged and supported, and hopefully I will see you in a future video.